Shepard, the white number 1, closes in on the back bumper. And the Ricky Rudd spin.
Down the backstretch. Hasn't hit anything.
Caution flag is waving. Left front tire is flat. And Ricky does not hit anything, but I don't know how much damage he's going to do to the car trying to get back with flat tires.
Yeah, that tire may flap around and damage the wheel well there on the, it looks like both tires.
And we can see that Earnhardt almost spun as he tried to avoid it. And there we see him. As he goes up right there, makes contact, and around goes Ricky Rudd.
Pennzoil copter cam with a great shot of that little incident between Earnhardt and Rudd.
And Earnhardt once again pits. He just pitted a couple of laps ago. He's back.
Winner here in Atlanta, Bill Elliott, apparently through for the day, but the battle is up front, and Terry Labonte mounts a challenge on Dale Jarrett, and a crash on the front stretch.
And these guys will be racing back to the line, but hopefully they will back up as Joe Nemechek goes to the inside. Gary Bradbury is up against the outside retaining wall. And here they come. And the 9 car, Lane Speed, is trying to get a lap back.
Well, let's see if he does. He's trying to get by second place. Labonte, will he be able to get by Jarrett? No, he will not before they cross the line. And so Lake Speed remains a lap down, and 2 cars on the front stretch and involve these 3 cars.
There we see the 2 cars to the inside. Bradbury goes up and boom in the outside wall. Already a lot of damage. And there we see the 81 car is smoking. It's like he hit the wall coming off the corner. Could bring out the caution flag. Still nothing.
He was running in 33rd position, some 6 laps down. Mark to the inside of Darrell Waltrip. Darrell is not on the lead lap anymore. He's back in 15th.
Looks like the racetrack is clean. Oh, Musgrave goes around. And Rusty Wallace is going in.
Oh, Rusty hits it also. And there may be oil on the racetrack.
And in the 25 car, Clavin, some heavy damage in front of his car where he's hit the side on the 16.
Wow. Heavy contact between the 25 and the 16. Pit stops being made as Morgan Shepherd and Dale Earnhardt come in along with Jeff Burton. So those running first, second, and third are making pit stops. So that puts Dale Jarrett back in the lead. Looks like Johnny Benson also is in. We watched Dale Earnhardt's crew go to work on the GM Goodwrench Chevy.
And look at the right rear guy with a DuPont uniform. They've gone and found a tire changer from the 24 car. Jackaroo.
Benny, they're making the change right now. They're going all 4 all the way around. For Dale Earnhardt, remember, he's been on a sequence. They did a gas and go during the last.
Now, folks, here's the car that we talked about, Jeremy Mayfield, right there. The car that the engine is going south. Going south. That's in turn 2. And we don't know if there's any fluid coming out of the car or not, but that is Jeremy Mayfield. Now, the next time that the cars come by, we'll see where Jeremy comes off the corner. The next time that the cars come by, we see Musgrave. No, he's too high on the racetrack. Musgrave did not get in any fluid. He was too high on the racetrack. So I'm glad we were able to solve that puzzle.
He may run into those marbles that we've been talking about most of the afternoon, way up high there.
He was very high, and there all of a sudden we're going to see, boom, right here is going to be a heavy blow from the 25 car.
That blow came on the passenger side of Musgrave's car. Here it is from Ted's onboard camera. A very noisy and a very violent wreck.
And just listen. Man. Oh, man. Oh,
some dramatic shots there for you. There is Musgrave looping it. Now watch Rusty Wallace come along. There he is on the bottom. He's out of control, slides up the racetrack, makes contact with the outside wall.
And Rusty almost hit that wall head on.
Yep.
Now the cars are going to the inside, trying to avoid. Jimmy Spencer goes between the two cars. Now he goes. Bill Weber, what's going on in the pits?
Jeff Burton is back for his second stop.
Running right up there at the front of the field, but he is a lap down. We look back on Terry Labonte from Mark Martin's car. And here comes Robby Gordon out of nowhere.
Wow, where did he come from?
He's a lap down in 14, but obviously wants to get the lap back. Now Mark Martin will pass by Darrell Waltrip. This is Robby Gordon's Briggs & Stratton onboard camera. And no! Steve Grissom with a horrible crash and fire on the racetrack.
It's knocked the gas tank out of the 41 car. That's what we see blazing over there. Is I think the gas tank is over against the wall.
This is at the end of the backstretch. Greg Sachs has stopped over there, but the ambulance is on the scene very quickly. The driver involved is Steve Grissom. You can see the angle of the wall there at the end of the backstretch. Here is a replay.
And we see him back at the very end of the screen. Right there. Right there is the white car. And Spencer sideways, and Steve Grissom trying to dodge Spencer. Just all of a sudden, boom, and look at the car go up in the air. That's the Mike Skinner car.
Yep.
Mike Skinner and Steve Grissom tried to dodge Skinner. I mean, the 23 car of Spencer. And look, there's the gas tank.
Yes.
Hang on a second. I'll show you this gas tank, folks, as it goes across the racetrack. Right up there is the gas tank.
And it makes contact, it impacts the wall, and then splits open, and the fire begins.
I think other cars will go through there, and the exhaust is going to ignite. There we see that car. That's Mike Wallace's fan car. Goes through the gasoline and ignites it as it goes through.
And there is Kenny Wallace as he goes through also. May have made contact there with Grissom's car as it still has not stopped rolling or pirouetting. And the wall just, and there is where Grissom made contact with that inside wall, and it split it right in. They continue to work to get Steve out of the car. Here's the Pennzoil copter cam shot.
And there we see Grissom. There we see the gasoline. Look at all that gasoline when it ignites, when he hits the wall. And there we see Mike Wallace go through, ignite the gasoline. I'm told that he right now is holding his own oxygen mask as they place it over his nose.
He appears to be conscious. His eyes are open, and he is holding his own oxygen mask. Wow.
Let's see, Morgan Shepherd, 175.200 miles per hour.
Jack Arute has a report from the pit area.
Benny, do you remember when you reported that the track temperature had gone down 22 degrees? Well, it went 22 degrees in favor of Morgan Shepherd. I talked with Richard Jackson, and I said, what can you account this newfound speed to? And he said, strictly the cooler temperatures. Our car likes it. Our setup has come in. He says, I don't think it's even cooler.
Look at that. He's the only one in the top 5 that was in excess of 175 miles an hour, and he almost ran 176.
Yes, back in the second 5, we'll see the jet line.
Yeah, he's up there again.
He's up there again.
Less than 2 to go now. Yep, Hamilton just cannot get by Labonte.
Drives it once again. Has a good run this time. Come off the corner, and Labonte is there.
Labonte makes up on the straightaway when he loses in the corners. The white flag is out. One more lap to go for Dale Jarrett. He continues to maintain about a 2.3-second advantage over Ernie Irvan and Morgan Shepherd. There they come off the second corner. There come Ernie and Morgan. Dale Jarrett now looks into turn number 3. Keeps the car in the middle of the straightaway. We see the car still backfiring as it has for a lot of the race, but it doesn't make any difference because Dale Jarrett wins the Primestar 500 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Ernie Irvin finishes second. Morgan Shepherd is third. Here's the race for the 9th position at the line off of corner number 4. Labonte has 9th position. Bobby Hamilton finishes in 10th. Here's Bill Weber.